Hi, my name is Nadia and welcome back to my channel. If I am an unfamiliar face that you have found via search, you have waited until the very last moment to complete a project, a paper, an exam, and you're panicking and watching procrastination videos. I've been there and I am creating this video to help you. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, why should I take advice from this green-haired girl who looks like she is cosplaying somewhere between Hermione Granger and a Wednesday Addams? That's a fair question. But I can hand you my impressive resume full of examples of when I was in university and typing furiously on my laptop in the campus Starbucks mere minutes before an essay deadline. Hit submit and got a decent grade. Of course, I wish that I took the more proactive approach, but since I can't go back in time, all that I can do is create this piece of content where I share the tips of how I was able to pull it together in the last minute, because you can do this and you will get over whatever is looming over your head right now. Let's get started, but first I am going to put on something that's a little bit more appropriate for the occasion. Okay. So now that I am a bit more cramming at the last minute appropriate, let's get right into it. The first step is to take a deep breath and release any of the bad feelings that you have about the fact that you procrastinated. Yes, maybe you promised yourself that you would start on whatever is due earlier, and here you are at the last minute. But you know what? Wallowing in the bad feelings about the fact that you've left this is not actually going to get it done. So let's just drop the unnecessary guilt over it and focus on what we can control. It's much better to be kinder to yourself anyways.
Even though I look like a burnt chicken nugget, I still love myself.
Step number 2, it is time to assess the situation. Take a step back and ask yourself, what needs to get done? Now, I'm not talking about cleaning your desk or finishing up some chore that there's really no deadline for. I am talking about that one project that has been looming over your head like a cloud and you have specifically been avoiding. So you ask yourself, what do I really need to get done? And you ask yourself, how much time do I have left to do it? Let's say that I have to complete a bio exam tomorrow morning and I have 8 hours to cram for it. And that brings us to the third step. And that's all about breaking it down. So in my bio final example, I would take a look at the whole situation and start to break it into manageable sized portions. So let's say that I have not started studying at all and I need to cover a semester's worth of knowledge. If the course material is divided over 12 weeks and I have 8 hours, a reasonable amount of time is 30 minutes per week, which would take up 6 hours, and then to spend another hour reviewing the content material and taking the last hour just to take a quick shower, maybe have a little bit of water, breakfast, and get myself into the classroom to write the final. So if you have not yet broken your project down, you can pause here and take a look and break down whatever you need to do into more manageable size pieces. We're in step 4, everything has been broken down, and now it is time to gather the materials that you need. Once again, we're not talking all the fancy highlighters or running off to Starbucks to get yourself a Frappuccino. You can do all of that later. I am talking about getting down to the basics and gathering what you need. In my bio final example, I am going to grab my laptop, which has the semester notes on it. I'm going to grab my biology textbook, perhaps a notebook and pencil if I prefer to write my notes by hand. And I will also text my friend that I've been sitting next to all semester because perhaps I was sick week 7 and I ask her to send over the notes. And when she does that and asks you if you have seen the latest episode on y'all's favorite Netflix show, you either pause from responding or tell her you'll get back to her after you're done. I promise there will be time to discuss that later. All right, and we are in step 5. If you work well with music, pop on some ambient, lo-fi, or Zen playlist. For me, I would pop on this playlist. I do very much love to work to that for my day job. And if that doesn't work for you, shut the music off and tune in. So this is the part of the video that honestly, you can drop off. Set your timer based on how much time you've allotted to the first task and get to it. Even as you're cramming, allow yourself to have sips of water, grab a snack if you're hungry, do a little stretch, look out the window if you can, all the while continuing to come back to your project and going through it because you will feel better once it's done. You will feel better once it's submitted. So have that balance of taking care of yourself and also get that done. You will feel a whole lot better once it's submitted. And yeah, final step. Submit what you need, go write that final, and come out of it feeling hopefully a little bit lighter and free to reward yourself by hanging out with that friend or taking a good long nap, or if it's final season, very likely moving on to the next project. Glad to have lent my expertise at least a little bit. If anyone found this helpful or were at least entertained, then I hope that you'll give this a like, say hi in the comment section, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to follow me along on whatever I ramble about next. I think that I've procrastinated this sign off for long enough. I hope you take care. Wish you good luck on whatever you have left to do, and have a wonderful day or evening wherever in the world you may be. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.